So, how did y'all like the book?
It was a good book.
It was crazy.
It was crazy.
It was a lot of stuff that went on.
It really was a lot of stuff.
Like it just started straight off. And it was like,
but what I kind of didn't really understand about it is what order was you supposed to read it in?
I don't know.
I
read
went
it
left to right.
Yeah, I read it like a
left,
comic book.
left to right.
Yeah.
You went wait what?
Left to right.
Left to right?
Yeah.
I read like a normal book, man.
Bro, I read the pages 3 times.
I just had to like, stare at the pictures for a little bit, never actually read it.
And then I kind of didn't get some of the concepts.
So what do you
It was
think? Why is it black and white?
To
what I was
show
thinking.
how the society at the time was black and white. It was either right or wrong. There wasn't any in between.
And it was kind
Like,
of
so it's like neutral colors. What you trying to say?
No, not neutral.
There wasn't
Those would
a
be
whole bunch. Like
gray.
you couldn't express anything.
They
Like,
would, that'd
just-
be pretty gray.
It was either this
it's,
or that.
It's like just black and white like the book.
Yeah.
The only color was the type is on the cover, and that's really just catch attention.
What do you think about Marjane? And her
I don't
family.
know because like in the beginning, like I wanted to do like, oh, she's just a kid, but like she seems troubled. Like the whole like interrogation thing, and like
I
when
think she was
like,
going too fast.
oh yeah, she
She was trying
definitely
to be
wanted
like an adult.
Yeah, especially towards the middle where she was like, I'm gonna smoke a cigarette.
She
I'm
did
an
smoke
adult
it.
now. Yeah.
Like,
She was several in the second book.
Like, she was taking things seriously, but also she was playing around with the serious parts.
Yeah.
Like with all the and like when everybody got out of
Interrogation
the
stuff.
prison and like all the interrogation.
But I feel like she's
Especially the part where she tried to kill the little kid. That was sad.
Was
Where
pretty
did she get
wonderful.
those nails from?
I don't know. They said that she just picked it up off the street.
Like,
be
because
honest-
if you looked at the panel, it was like she was just walking, looking for him, and then next panel,
She just
she
had
got
it.
the nails on her hands.
Yeah. But then there's also after her uncle dies.
I mean,
His
that's funny.
execution.
Hold on, we go back.
Yeah.
He was like weird because he came out of nowhere.
Yes, he just came out of nowhere. He's
Is
like,
that the one with the
"I'm
curly
your
hair?"
uncle." Yeah,
The-
Uncle
the one who made
Anush,
the ducks?
the Russian.
I didn't know if he was still working for the Russians.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, I don't know.
That's probably why he came out of nowhere.
Maybe he's still working for the Russians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she didn't know what
They probably,
was
like,
going on because
He probably found out that they got a lead on him, so he wanted to make sure he got saved.
It's crazy how she was a kid and she still knew that he was gonna get executed.
Yeah.
I did
How
like-
she was so
It
like the
shows
way
how-
she deals with death. and
She was
the-
so nonchalant about it.
She is like she's
I was
really
"Damn."
nonchalant.
Growing up in a regime like that, you do kind of have to become nonchalant about it, or you just be broken.
I mean, they really didn't.
I mean, that
care.
kind of
Yeah.
that kind of already showed a sign that she was already broken. Because
Yeah, but you did have like broken as in like you just not even fighting back.
that's why she was so
So
nonchalant.
you know the maid, right? She
Yeah.
was like a regular girl.
Yeah.
They kicked her out.
They
I
kicked- they
think-
ended up
yeah, I'm
kicking her
pretty
out.
sure they kicked her out. Yeah.
Yeah. After that, because then they don't even say what happens. It's just it's
Either
like
they kicked her out or she died.
yeah, because it's just conversation about her and their
Yeah,
conversation
she's-
with her dad talking to the dude, and she's like, "Hey, she's poor. Do you still want to keep talking to her?"
I
And
think
he's
she
like,
ran away. She got
"Nah,
embarrassed.
dude."
She ran
Honestly.
away.
Donovan said that she might have got the father actually probably married her off to somebody else.
Yeah, probably.
How do you guys think about the theme?
There were a lot of them.
It was a lot of them.
I think probably was the biggest one was just like her, like she loved her country, but she didn't at the same time.
So resilience in the face of oppression then?
Kind of, because like, you know, like throughout the book, she's always like, you know, like, oh, you know, I'm all for the war, like I'm all for this and that. But then when it comes to like wearing the veil or something, then she's like, nah.
Pain and love was a big one too.
Yeah.
Because the parents were like fighting for her,
Yeah.
but they also had to let her go.
Yeah.
It was a big part.
Yeah, that was a little sad part.
Especially towards the end, like her parents are just like they're trying so hard.
I mean, I feel like her dad cared, but didn't care that much. I feel like her mom actually cared.
Wasn't her mom the one that sent her off? Yeah.
Then her mom fainted at the end. I didn't know what happened. I thought her mom had died. I was like, yo.
Which
that's-
uncle was that they found in the tub? Why they had to like do him like that?
I think they killed him, and that was in.
No.
It was like
No, he didn't
That was a
kill
family
himself.
friend.
It was
Yeah,
suicide by
yeah.
getting shot in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they.
No, they found water in his body.
yeah, because like no, it was only
They
his
drowned
head
him.
in the water.
They drowned him and claimed it was suicide.
Yeah. And because it's.
And they didn't even bother to cover it up.
No, they didn't. He just left him in the water.
I think she actually.
love us.
I think she didn't care when she wore her jean jacket, her shoes,
Yeah.
and the Michael Jackson tag.
Yo, that could have went so south. She was so lucky, like, cause they were like, "You're coming with us." That would have been it. She would have just died, cause they would have.
Why didn't she run away?
Where was she gonna run?
That would
'Cause
have
if she would've-
made it worse for her.
If she would have ran away, cause you gotta remember, this is when she's like what, like 11 or something. She would have ran away. They might have just followed her back to her house, and now her whole family's in
I
trouble.
mean, her family was already in trouble.
True.
They were so close.
They were, bro, every single time, which is crazy. Like that goes back to like them like saying like, oh, we're all for our country and everything. We love our country. But
Oh,
then,
we're
like,
all for
they're
our
like,
country, quick.
There's
stop music.
only one thing I'm confused about, and that's when they had parties inside the house.
yeah.
How did the people not hear it from the outside?
Well, I mean, it is
They just
like
had
you gotta
to
think
find
about
it.
all like the background noise from outside, because it's not like how it is here, where like the neighborhoods are quiet. Like there's always like
Oh, yeah.
vendors and stuff.
I
and
forgot
all
they were
that
in a
going-
war too.
Yeah, so there's probably like war noises.
So it's constantly.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Imagine going out and seeing a dead person. Because of
Honestly,
the bombs.
Yeah, and just
That-
acting like it's
When
that
she
like,
went
would
back
just-
home and saw the lady's hand.
honestly, just that was one of her
Racist
friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, or even us being sent off to a war just because and being told like, oh,
I
you
think
know,
the
dying for your country.
the
is
boys,
cool.
if they turned 13, they couldn't leave the country. That's why all the boys were leaving before they turned 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
13.
For the draft and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was
Very
13, I was
illegal.
watching cartoons, and they out here 13 rocking AKs. It's crazy.
I was 13. I was in my closet playing with Lego cars.
When I was 15, I got locked in my closet by accident playing with Lego cars.
Dang.
This is a crazy book altogether.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still a good book.
It's
It's
great
just
book,
like-
incredible
the-
book. Just could get
the-
things
So,
so crazy.
what do you think about the book? What do you guys think?
It was definitely one of the better books.
Rated out of 10.
Yeah.
I give it a 7.
I give it a 7.
Yeah.
I didn't.
8.5.
Yeah.
Because like when I started reading, I didn't want to stop. So that's how I know it was a good book.
It was pretty straightforward. It's just some parts I didn't catch on to.
I'm gonna just give it a second also because I had to read the second one.
I feel like the
to
graphic,
find out.
like the graphics made it look way better.
Oh yeah, the fact that it was a comic book
Yeah.
really.
You
like,
mean
lets
graphic
know-
novel?
Yeah. Well, sorry, graphic novel. That's how you know that.
Get it right, Kevin.
That's how you know that it was like it was somewhere on the serious level. Like when you see that stuff, like it didn't have all the details, but it left enough for you to know.
Then the
like
art
the
style
page.
did kind of send it
How,
I'm sure it took camera.
Show the people at home.
Yeah.
That and the art style did do some pretty good work in making it the theme. Like it's a somewhat childish art style, but it was just addressing some serious tones.
I don't think she drew that, right? She just wrote the story.
I don't know, cause like it doesn't say illustrated by like in elementary.
But I mean that kind of goes along with the whole thing. Like the illustrations of child, like they're very serious issues.
So it probably wasn't.
Yeah, probably like in her adult age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
So
It's crazy. I think we covered everything.
yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good.
Hey, yeah.
Hi, Miss Donovan.